You're watching TelecomTV's exclusive video coverage of the MEF annual members meeting from Vancouver. I'm joined now by Shahar, who is AVP New Technologies, PCCW Global. Shahar, good to talk to you again.
Good morning.
We're here at the MEF's annual meeting of members. What are the issues that the MEF and its membership really need to tackle now?
Well, the industry is moving towards automation, towards agile delivery, fast delivery. MEF is moving in that direction as well. That is actually where we need to go. That is where the whole industry goes. MEF traditionally has been a standard body that took, I wouldn't say ages, but it took like 2 or more years to issue a spec that addresses services, and those services were usually fixed services that you had to spend like 1 to 3 months to deliver. The industry now needs services that are delivered within minutes, if not seconds, if not sub-seconds. And MEF needs to address that. And we actually do that through multiple projects. Service Operations Committee has been set up, and where we're actually looking at how do we deliver the services. It's not only what services do we deliver, but also how do we deliver them. And we're trying to specify the processes behind Carrier Ethernet, which we, by the way, believe would be applicable not only for Carrier Ethernet, but for other protocols as well. So we're not limiting ourselves to Carrier Ethernet, even though this is our focus. And at Service Operations, which, by the way, I'm co-chairing this committee, we are going through the various life cycle elements of a service, from initial query to service design, to capability inquiry, to pricing, ordering, service delivery, and that even becomes more interesting when you actually have to deliver the service across multiple domains, either within your own organization or across multiple domains between different carriers. That's where things get really nice.
You say the focus isn't just on Carrier Ethernet, because the MEF is known for that from about 15 years or so when it started. How does this all then fit with this new model of the third network?
Well, the third network takes into account that services are no longer only communication services, and not only connectivity services, because most services today do not start and end on your own network. Some of them, I would say most of them, either start or end on a mobile device or a cloud device, a cloud which could be somewhere else. And that mobile device usually starts on a mobile network, wireless network. The cloud starts in a cloud somewhere. You do not necessarily even know exactly where. Those are operated by different operators who have their own information model, their own processes, and we need to bind all those together. We need to be able to deliver services, third network services, which means assured, agile, with quality of service management, all the way from a mobile device on a mobile carrier who uses mobile specs and mobile standards, and they are good standards, by the way, but they belong to a different world, not the traditional Carrier Ethernet world. And then again, ending in the cloud, which again has its own rules and has been delivering services for years, but they're using their own specs. And now we have to bridge all those, at least those 3 elements, if not more, together in order to be able to generate service end-to-end from, just for the sake of the example, from a mobile device to a cloud device, or from one cloud device to another, or even from one mobile device to another. For example, for the purpose of holding a high-quality video conference between 2 mobile devices.
So see how that works in theory, and the need for that in theory, but how do you actually go about doing this in practice?
That is, in fact, a challenge. And I think one of the key elements to the solution is a uniform information model. That is the ability to represent the connectivity details. Not only the connectivity, all details, the handset details, the cloud device detail, the application details, and the connectivity details using one uniform information model. Therefore, when different elements of the service could be, meaning the mobile service provider, the access service provider, the Carrier Ethernet service provider, the cloud service provider, they all speak the same language, and you can define the service which you want to activate using one language that everyone understands. So it's not like one says, I need tomatoes, and the other says, yeah, but I only sell tomatoes. Now you have to make sure that you both, when you refer to that red thing, it's a tomato or tomato, no matter how you call it, but it is the same thing that you actually deliver.
Is this where the role of catalogs comes into play?
Yes, catalogs basically would be the way a provider, no matter if that's a cloud provider or a mobile provider or a connectivity provider, describes their services to other peers, to their neighbors. And catalog, again, needs to be standardized. So you need to make sure that when you request a service or a product, it is represented in a ubiquitous way across the industry. And that way catalogs can query each other, or orchestrators can query catalogs to learn what are the capabilities, and then they can start build the Lego blocks to generate the end-to-end connectivity ubiquitously.
We talk about the orchestrators there. We're hearing about lifecycle service orchestration here at the MEF. What is that? How does that differ from the orchestration that we might see with SDN?
Well, the other orchestrators out in the market usually solve a unique business case or a unique problem. And they solve it in a very good manner, by the way. I must say, the various orchestrators out there are very effective in solving a silo. So they turn a manual silo into an automated silo, but they still only solve that silo in a very effective way, but it's still confined to only one element of the solution. What LSO tries to do is to orchestrate the bigger silo, or to orchestrate those silos together so that you can deliver an end-to-end service that runs through multiple elements. Each of them historically and still today is delivered as a silo, either automated or manually, but there are different elements that then need to be bound together manually. You need to stitch the services together, to stitch one silo to another. Today it is done manually. This is the reason why services are delivered over a month or more and not automatically. So LSO assumes you will eventually be able to automate each of those silos, and then LSO will have the overall capability to stitch those silos together to generate an end-to-end service in real time.
And does that cover domains as well? Does that orchestrate domains?
It orchestrates domains, both domains within your own organization, because a telecom provider might have different platforms on their own network. There could be an access network, there could be a core network, could be an IP network, could be a fiber network, optical network. You need to stitch those together. Sometimes it's like two or three, four different operators within one operator, because each of those is managed separately. And obviously it becomes even nicer when you actually have to stitch across multiple operators. So domains are not only domains within your own organization, but they are inter-organization or inter-carrier domains. And then it becomes even more interesting when you're actually moving into different industry segments. So when you have to orchestrate a mobile domain into a carrier Ethernet domain into a cloud domain. So these are three different industry segments who do not necessarily, do not at all speak the same language today, and hopefully will be able to speak the same language in the future once LSO comes into play.
There's plenty of challenges ahead. When we all meet together in November at the Gen 15 event in Dallas, what do you think are going to be the main talking points? What do you think the industry is going to be focused on?
I think industry is focused and will be focused in November on orchestration, on automation, on virtualization. Now, virtualization is a tool. SDN is a tool. They are very effective tool to deliver, but the overall goal is actually to automate and to orchestrate and to streamline service delivery. And I think this is what we're going to see in Gen 15.
Very good. Shahar, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.